Ready? Butterfly. $77.
I think the overall impact of the butterfly itself is there. I would crop it in considerably. The orchid that's in the upper left-hand corner, I don't think needs to be in there. And then the concern is the focus a little bit. I think it's off on that.
Yeah, I think this image could definitely be rotated at 180 degrees, so that so that the butterfly looks like it's, well, it would basically be upside down from where it is currently. The focus is definitely an issue on this one.
Agreed. I agree. I would like to see it cropped in, but I don't know if the focus will be sharp enough to hold it.
Daddy's boy. $77.
I think I'd like to see most of Dad's forehead cropped off, make it a little bit of a tighter image, and then possibly even flipping the image so that right now you're coming right straight into the baby's shoulder and ear, and it's tough to get past that. If it was flipped, there would be an area to come into the image that you could travel around.
Dad's ear is I'm getting stuck in the ear canal over there. That kind of that dark area over there, and then the key line around the image. I'd like to see this actually brought down so we can actually see a full rectangle instead of just have it go straight off the screen. So you have these two white lines on the side.
Ready? Half pint. $79.
I would like to see this cropped in tight because there's so much impact in that face, and it's just absolutely darling. I would darken down, I think, the bottom a little bit, just under her hands, and I think you have something there.
It's a beautiful image of a baby. The catch light in the baby's right eye, a little truncated there, like the light was moved a little bit too far to one side. That can be fixed a little bit, just work that eye a little bit, get a little more light in there. And if you were able to shoot this again, I'd definitely use that light a little bit closer, get a little bit more softness. The light is bordering on just a hair too harsh for a baby.
Also, the vertical line coming out of the baby's head from the background is distracting as well.
Carol Field. 80.
I really like this image. There was just a few technical things I see in it. The exposure is very nice. And the cloud on the upper right is not too blown out. But you have this excavator kind of in the dead center and the tree line there that you can remove. One of the main things that was really pulling me out was the print presentation on this. That green with the drop shadow is just a little bit too bright. It's too thick. Of course, a white matte is usually not the best choice. It pulls your eye away from the image. I think if those things were fixed, maybe some tonality issues of the kind of what would be the other tarot fields to the right there. The green is a little bit too bright. Otherwise, I really like this. I think you could saturate it up just a little bit, bring out some more of those kind of magentas and blues in the sky and the mountain there.
Yeah, I agree with Tim. The key line, I would change to white and then drop it in on a black matte and get rid of that green altogether. And I think it'll really pop.
I also might want to clean up some of I know that this is a field and it's a working field, but I would clean it up so it's more of a scenic. So the white work pieces and construction things is back there and the poles sticking up. I would clean all that up so it's just a beautiful, clean image. Agreed with the saturation on the top half of the image. I really enjoy it.
Bohemian Beauty. $77.
The highlights in the background are really distracting to me. I like the nice blurred background, but it's just the brightness of it is just too much. The hot spot on her hair, I think the whole image could be brought down a lot darker. Her hand posing is flat to the camera, which makes it appear larger. Those were the things that were holding me back.
I agree.
Agreed.
Innocent. $79.
I really enjoyed this image. I like the lighting on it. I like the catchlights in the eye. What would be his left foot was the only thing that I could see. The label may be on the jeans, but other than that, I really enjoyed this.
I think that the highlights should be toned down slightly. At least from my angle, there was a little hot. I enjoy the image. I enjoy his expression. The highlights look nice in the eyes. And I like that he's off to the right that strongly.
This is just a personal observation on my part. I'd like to see the room lights themselves brought up in the camera room and get those irises down a little bit in the eyes themselves. Right now he's looking pretty bug-eyed, and that just bothers me personally.
Sure.
The Conductor. $80.
I love the concept of this image. Absolutely love it. Love the sheet music. Love it looks like a little Harry Potter wizard with a little conductor on there. The sun coming through the trees is really, that's just pulling me over there. If you could reshoot this, definitely put that sun at more of an oblique angle to the subject. I like the direction of light on his face. If it was a reflector or flash, it was balanced very well with the daylight. Great concept for me. It just fell a little short.
Love the impact, love the idea. A couple of things behind his right shoulder. That particular branch needs to be knocked down a little bit. Changing the title to include the sun in the background as far as like enlightenment or inspiration or something that ties in the fact that it is overblown, and that may help the whole image. The music on the left-hand side is really pretty sharp. I think that needs to be knocked down a little bit, and then I'd get rid of the white mat completely and see what you can come with a key line of maybe his tie, something like that, either on black or on a gray mat.
I agree with everyone what they said. Also, the little thing, his shirt sleeves look really large on him, so I'd actually liquefy them and pull them up. The openings of those armholes just seem really uncomfortably large. But I love the concept of this. I'd even, like Tom said, make that left side a little bit softer in tone, more blurry, because my eye wants to jump over there instead of at him. But I enjoyed the finish.
Dream Shore. '81.
I like the overall image, the impact, the tonality, the lines with the rocks and stuff. What bothered me the most was the fact that there's civilization out there. I think if you have the skills, I would go in and take all those houses out there and just make it a picturesque, just a very serene image with you and nature and no one else.
Yeah, the setting sun was, to me, just a little bit bright. I'm starting to get some of that kind of orangey red that happens with the trees. One thing you could do is basically, if you just crop that tree line out of there so you still have your shore, you take out basically all the sky, you have that beautiful tonality, that nice pastel color. Again, print presentation, you can put a little key line on that. I would shrink it down a little bit so we have a nice rectangle instead of just going full screen on that.
I agree. I enjoy the colors of the print. With what they also said, I would love to see those houses gone. That is distracting to me. And then the light on the right, so it's been said.
Falling in Love. '77.
What bothers me the most on this is the lack of contrast because of the flaring, and I know it's a popular technique right now, and as far as sellability to the bride and groom, I'm sure they absolutely loved it, but I'd like to see a little more contrast in there, and the cropping on the hands and stuff. Everything is very horizontal, very stable, and in essence, it's boring with her forearms.
Yeah, I like the mood of the couple. I like the fact that they seem to be in love, but I had the similar issues that Tom stated.
The titles could be worked on. They're already in love. Hopefully. Also, her jawline seems really harsh to me. I soften that, and then the neck isn't quite long enough, so I work with those.
CEO. $77.
Some of the things that I see on this, it's a nice portrait of a man. The retouching on it, it appears that maybe some portraiture, things like that were applied, and it kind of gives the skin that soft, glowy feel. For a man, I'm not sure that's the best technique. If you go in and look at his blazer on his left side, there's definitely some noise in there. It looks like the shadow detail was tried to be brought up, and then we're picking up on some noise and even some banding off on his left arm.
I'd like to see this tilted to our right to his left. It's a little too feminine pose for me. To be a strong CEO, you need to have a lot of impact with the personality coming out.
Yeah, the softness of the image, especially with these clothing, not masculine at all.
Black mama bear. $79.
I like the overall impact on it. The title, I don't think is the correct title. I don't think we need to say it's a black mama bear. I think either mama bear or something along that line to show the impact of the eyes and the stare down. And then I would get rid of the left third of the image of the branches that are out of focus. I think just leaving a little bit of them in to show that they're in hiding, that the edge is there, and try to build on the impact of what's going to happen in the next step. So, but I like the overall image.
Yeah, I'm seeing this as a vertical crop. Actually, you just eliminate the left side altogether. The right side to me really doesn't add anything to it. Yeah, that bear is definitely tack sharp. The black and white could, I think, be tweaked a little bit. Add a little more highlights on the forehead there. Watch your shadow detail. You want a little bit black in there, but not too much. Just play around with that, make that a real nice crisp black and white, and I think you got something there.
Agreed, but when you crop that vertical, make sure that those left leaves are going to be darkened down enough so that's not the highest contrast again. Make sure that the levels are closer to the right when you switch that and make it a vertical.
Camo cool. 77.
I like the overall look of this image. Some of the things that are holding me back is you could bring up that crop to the bottom, basically bar that railing, so you see her skirt and then her legs are just right there. Her legs are really drawing your eye right down there. I kind of like this kind of greenish pastel-y kind of look to the whole thing. The posing of her hands, the top hand is really square to the camera, making it look a lot larger. Things like that are kind of holding me back.
I'm not sure what the application was applied to this, but the fence itself does not look like it has had a whole lot of application applied to that body. The keystoning also on the background, the cropping, the walls and stuff are going out, so that needs to be corrected a little bit.
The lace on her head slightly bothers me. I know they're trying to make it, you know, the rough look with the cute, sassy lace. I almost want to see more detail in it, so it's a little bit more clear. It's just a little bright and matches, kind of leads in with the background.
Yeah, there is kind of a where her neck meets her collarbone. Essentially, there's that kind of dark area right in there that would need to be fixed. May balance that color with her